What's good, YouTube? Flash speaks back, man. Yeah, I just wanted to respond to the one brother, man, who came in my chat, man. And I thank you for coming in the chat. Thank you for listening to the videos. But he brought up a point with when I was speaking on LeBron James and whether or not he'll be revered like Kobe and Mike was. And I wasn't even talking about basketball things. I was talking about like as far as those statements he's made, on McAfee and deciding to go kind of back and forth with the old heads about eras and all of that, which I think is just a bad look, man. Like, when you're supposed to be the leader and the ambassador of this particular time, man, I don't know. I just think you got to carry yourself with better grace. But look, that's just my opinion, man. But the brother mentioned that in his opinion, Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, shouldn't be mentioned in the same sentence with LeBron and Mike. And I be trying to understand, like, where these people get with this. Like, why? Why do people feel that way? And if you get a chance to explain it to me, please do. But he mentioned later something about Kobe being a bad leader and he wasn't the best player on his teams where they won titles and like a lot of stuff, man, that I think is just some like real crazy false narratives, man, that are going around, because these things can be easily like refuted, man, if you're willing to be fair. Like the one thing about him and Shaq, it was no way, like, you can say Shaq was a more dominant player. Yeah, he's a center, right? But like, come on, man, we don't hold, it against Kareem. We don't hold it against Magic, that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that he played with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We don't do that, man. So like to do that with Kobe is retarded to me. Like, Shaq is great at what he do, but he can't do what Kobe did. Like, and Kobe ain't doing what Shaq did. They played two different functions on the court. And then there were times, man, especially like if you lived through it, which I don't know how old you are, bro, but like Shaq and Kobe, they faced the Indiana Pacers in the finals, and there was a time Shaq fouled out, and he straight said, "Kobe, go ahead and take over." And Kobe went and took over just to show, like, bruh, like, it ain't what you think. If he got to take over and be the guy to run it, he was more than capable of doing that. He showed it. And anybody who watched Kobe and Shaq play, bro, like, there was never this idea of, one guy was way more superior than the other. Man, you needed both of them dudes. When you play the Lakers, you better plan for both of them dudes, period. And you talking about two unstoppable guys who played together. So for me, that don't take away from what Kobe accomplished at all. And then he absolutely proved it once Shaq left, and then he had his own team, and then he added guys like Gasol, he added Artest and Odom, guys that I love, man. But like those guys don't take away from what the Lakers accomplished. Like, you're not winning titles in the NBA without a team, bro. You're not doing that. And I don't understand. Like, he mentioned them too. You mentioned them too. Like, this is somehow this bomb squad is more impressive than what LeBron has had. Like, why would you say that? Like, which one of those guys is better than Dwayne Wade or Chris Bosh? Whether you're talking about like Odom, and I love, man, listen, Ron Artest, one of my favorite players. Y'all know how I love defense. So he's one of my favorite players. I love those teams. But like, why are we gonna sit here and act like these were way better than the best LeBron James teams we've seen? LeBron James played with like Hall of Fame players. And as much as Artest and Odom I love, like, are they gonna make the Hall of Fame? You know what I mean? So I didn't get that. And then Pau Gasol, all right. I mean, I like Gasol, but like sometimes, man, when people are trying to make these arguments, what they'll do is like the guy that you're trying to take credit from, you'll take his teammates and act like his teammates are just, way crazier than they really are. What was Pau Gasol without Kobe as far as winning? You know what I mean? Like, and I like his game. No, don't get me wrong, but like, y'all be bugging, man. For real, y'all be bugging. Is Pau Gasol better than Anthony Davis? No. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. So like you got to be consistent with that type of logic if that's going to be the way that you argue. Now, as far as them two as players, bro, like, there was overlap in their careers. Kobe and LeBron, like, played against each other, so it's easy to tell. Like, there was never a feeling, okay, LeBron is just a way better player than Kobe when Kobe was playing in his prime. Like, players didn't feel that way. They didn't fear LeBron more than Kobe. They didn't feel he was like a superior player during that time. And those things matter to me, man. It matters the sentiment y'all had in the game when y'all was playing. That revisionist history stuff where you just looking at stat sheets and boards and all that with no context, like, come on, that's really how you analyzing basketball, like, for real. You're not looking at, like, who those guys was in the league when it was really going on. I don't know. I can't do it. I really can't do it, man. And, like, I mean, really, you watching LeBron and you watching Kobe play, there's never a feeling like they're not in the same class. Matter of fact, Kobe Bryant has never been on a basketball court, ever, at any time. And he wasn't one of the best dudes out there. Never. I don't give a damn when he was a rookie. They had him in an All-Star game. I think he was in an All-Star game as a rookie. Either that or it was his second year. And he up there with Mike and Karl Malone and, you know, and all these greats. Jason Kidd and, you know, all these the greats at the time. And he fit right in. He never looked like he was out of place. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do that with Kobe, man. We're not going to act like there's any player that's on some way super stratosphere that Kobe can't be mentioned with. Kobe can be mentioned with anybody. Because if he's on the court, they going to know he there. There ain't no player that's that much greater than Kobe. That don't exist. So I just think that's disingenuous to try to act like that. And I get you love LeBron, and I get trying to argue for your guy, but come on, man. Let's not be ridiculous. Let's not be ridiculous, man. Like, all you gotta do is go back to the 2012 Olympics, man. Like, some of you might not think it don't matter. It matters to me. It matters to me. Like, they did a whole documentary on it, man. You had LeBron, Melo, Durant. You had all these guys, you know, and they was going out there losing, lost to Puerto Rico and all that. And Kobe wasn't even interested in getting involved. Kobe come through, he like, man, like, they like, why you come through? He like, because I'm tired of watching you niggas lose. You know what I mean? I'm tired of watching y'all lose. So Kobe came through and he set the tone for the whole Olympic squad. You know what I mean? Kobe came through, you know, going up in the gym, 4 a.m. when your favorite player, LeBron and all them dudes was sleeping or doing whatever they was doing. Kobe was down there, you know what I mean, hitting the gym, 5 a.m., 4 a.m. and all that. You know what I mean? In the weight room. Then he goes and hit the shoot around and all that. When all them dudes was asleep. Melo will tell you the story. LeBron then started going down there, following Kobe's lead. So that's going to refute your whole argument that Kobe was this bad leader. It do for me. Because sometimes leadership ain't a bunch of talk. Leadership ain't always a bunch of like, all right, I'm just going to be loved by these guys or make guys feel better and all that. Sometimes, man, it's just showing dudes how to do it, how to be pros, how to be great, how to be better than how to have a leg up on the next one, on the opponent. And Kobe taught these dudes how to do that by what he did. You know what I'm saying? And those things matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like this man, this little attitude some of you dudes got is like crazy. And like, listen, I'll accept. All right, you believe Bryant is better than Kobe. Whatever your metric is, you think because his field goal percentage is better. You know, that to me don't do it. But for you, it might do it. I mean, LeBron is going to have a better field goal percentage. He drives to the basket more. It takes more risky shots. Like, Kobe was a guy that didn't care about field goal percentage. That wasn't his goal. His goal was never, I'm going to go out here and shoot 60% or 50%. That ain't Kobe's goal. It might be his goal at the free throw line, but his goal at the free throw line is probably to go 100%. But, like, Kobe was the type of player that he just, I would say his problem was, if you want to call it a problem, is that he never saw a shot that he didn't like. You know what I mean? He was like too fearless. So he a guy, he'll take a fadeaway shot at the corner while you fading out of bounds and, You know what I mean? With his 2 seconds left, like he'll do that. He was crazy. You know, now some of you, that might not be to everybody's taste. I like it. I think it makes the game more entertaining. Those are the type of players I like. I like players that are fearless and to do that. Maybe you like a player that's more careful, more measured. All right, that's your business. But does that make the player better? Just because he's more measured and he just not willing to take shots and miss and look bad? Not to me. But I mean, hey, we could just differ on that right there. On the defensive side of the ball, both can play defense, but I believe Kobe Bryant was better because he was more consistent. Like he was more attention to detail oriented, and I believe he understood that defense is more important than LeBron does. I don't think LeBron gets. I don't know. I don't think he gets it, man. Like I for real. I'm just judging by his attitude. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong about that, but like I think LeBron will sacrifice defense in order to conserve energy, and I think Kobe is the type of dude that just never thought about that. Like I don't think he's wired to think like that. I'm gonna do something to conserve energy. No, Kobe just gonna go out there and exhaust himself, and it is what it is. That's just the way he was, and like it's different types of guys. Like Iverson was wired like that. Iverson just gonna exhaust himself, and if I'm tired, F it. It is what it is. Whereas I think LeBron really strategized, all right, I got to conserve my energy, so, I'm going to just go slow here and all of that. And, you know what I mean? These are just two different approaches, Kobe, I think if he's tired, he feel like he's just going to hit the cardio more. I mean, they were just different mentality. And whatever floats your boat is what you're going to like. Some people like guys based on intangibles. Some guys never look at any intangibles. Yeah, and those are the guys I think that disagree with me the most. It's guys who just don't look at intangibles, and for me, an intangible, that's why I don't really bang with guys like KD like that. Like, no, a lot of that. That's the one thing with KD too. KD got a lot of lovers who came as a result of anti-LeBron people. KD, to me, just in theory, should be the best player ever. In theory, he should. Like, KD is a guy you look at and wonder, why the hell is he not dominating? Like, you're 7 feet, you got every damn move in the book, you're 3-level scorer, you can play defense when you decide you want to. All these things, why don't he dominate more? I don't know. It must be some type of intangible that he's missing. Those things I look at, man. And Kobe, for me, does it with the intangibles over LeBron. And then skill-wise, I think he's the more skillful player. I just think he is. I'll give LeBron the passing. I'll give him that. Rebounding is barely different, but I guess you give it to him. LeBron's bigger, but it's not like he's a dominant rebounder. I mean, he has had dominant times, You know what I'm saying? But like a dude that averages 7 rebounds for a career, I mean, 7 or 8 with, you know what I mean? You want to say dominant rebounder? I mean, where they do that at? You know what I mean? So, that's all I got, bro. But I mean, if you got more, like you feel like he shouldn't be in the conversation with LeBron, like, why? I don't get that. That was never the case when they played each other, man. Never was. And please don't say Kobe Bryant had a better regular season record against, or LeBron a better regular season record against him. Come on, man. Don't do that, please. Because, like, Iverson used to smoke the hell out of the Lakers, too, in the regular season. But then you get to the finals, and then it's different. You had a lot of that. Because regular season games, on any given night, one team could beat another team. You gotta go back and look at the factors that might have factored into it. It might have been a guy missing 1 week. It could have been like these dudes working on some load management. It could have been like they played the night before. It could have been like the last game on a whole long-ass road trip. Different things happen, during the regular season that you don't deal with in the playoffs. In the playoffs, everybody's on equal footing. You know what I mean? You should know that, man, if you're really a basketball fan. You know what I mean? But that's all I had to say, bro. Like, I mean, you really feel the way you feel. Listen, I respect it, but like, I don't agree with you, man. You know what I mean? So, peace out.